When most of us open ChatGPT for the first time, we type hello. It says hello back, and we think, okay, that's it. It feels like a standard search bar where you drop in a question and get an answer. But treating this like a search engine is like hiring a brilliant assistant and only asking them to check the weather. This text box is actually a tireless digital collaborator sitting at your desk, just waiting for you to delegate tasks. To bring this assistant on board, you need the right application. If you search the App Store, you will see dozens of expensive knockoffs asking for your credit card. Look for this exact logo to ensure you are getting the official free app from OpenAI. You can start using it immediately without paying a cent. The free version handles everyday writing and brainstorming easily. If you eventually need it to think through highly complex math or analyze massive files instantly, that is when you might consider the paid upgrade. Just like hiring a real human being, your new assistant is only as useful as your ability to manage it. To get the best results, you need to know exactly what it can do. You have probably heard the letters G, P, and T 1,000 times by now. Instead of getting bogged down in computer science, let's look at what those 3 letters actually mean for your daily workflow. The G stands for generative. When you ask a question, it is not digging into a filing cabinet to hand you a pre-written document. It is actually building a new idea, word by word, from scratch. The P stands for pre-trained. To teach it how to speak normally, its creators had it read billions of examples of human conversation. By absorbing all that text, it learned our logic, our reasoning, and how we naturally talk to one another. Finally, the T stands for transformer. If you tell it the bank is closed, it knows you mean a financial institution, not a riverbank. It does this by connecting those words like a web, understanding the exact context of your sentence. This 3-part architecture enables the technology to follow your specific logic and handle the subtle nuances of human conversation. That partnership goes far beyond typing at a keyboard. With the mobile app, you can tap the microphone icon and simply talk to it. You can brainstorm ideas for a meeting while making breakfast, and it will speak back to you in a natural, conversational voice. It also has the ability to see. If you open your camera through the app, you can show it your physical environment, and it will analyze the image to help you solve real-world problems. Imagine staring at a new espresso machine with a dozen confusing buttons. Instead of digging through a manual, you take a photo and ask, "How do I make a standard coffee with this?" The assistant looks at the image, identifies the exact make and bottle, points out which button grinds the beans, and gives you a simple step-by-step guide to brewing your morning cup. By giving it eyes and ears, you pull the assistant out of the computer screen and turn it into an active, helpful companion for your physical daily life. Now let's look at the heavy lifting. You can hand this assistant a massive 100-page document, and it will read the entire thing in seconds, ready to give you the key takeaways or answer specific questions about the text. Or if you have a spreadsheet filled with missing names, scattered dates, and messy formatting, you can upload it. The AI instantly reorganizes it into a clean, perfectly structured table. You can even assign it complex multi-step research tasks. You might say, "Analyze the last 5 years of retail trends in Colombia, Chile, and Peru." It will scan through current data, pull the common threads from all 3 countries, and hand you a concise summary along with a reliable projection for the upcoming year. Offloading the manual work of reading and sorting allows you to spend your time reviewing findings rather than digging through raw data. To get the best work out of your assistant, you have to practice something called prompt engineering. That is just a technical term for giving clear instructions. You tell it exactly what role to play, like act as a friendly math tutor, and give it the specific context it needs to help you. You rarely get the perfect answer on the first try. The trick is to treat it like a conversation. If the first draft is too formal, you just reply, "Make it a little more casual," and it will rewrite the text right away. If you find yourself giving the same feedback over and over, you can use a feature called custom instructions. This acts like an employee handbook, allowing you to set permanent rules, like never use emojis, or always keep answers under 3 sentences. Once those rules are set, your daily tasks speed up dramatically. You can ask it to draft a daily update, and it will automatically write it using your exact professional tone without needing a reminder. Customizing your assistant removes the friction of repeated instructions, making your daily interactions faster and more accurate. As you get comfortable delegating small tasks, you can start handing over massive, long-term projects. If you are moving across the country, you can tell it your budget, your timeline, and your concerns. It will map out a week-by-week schedule, breaking a stressful life event down into easy, manageable steps. To keep all these plans organized, you can use project folders. This feature lets you gather your housing research, moving company quotes, and packing checklists into one dedicated workspace. Having a safe, dedicated space to store and organize information keeps those ambitious goals structured, so they don't collapse under their own complexity. A great assistant remembers your preferences to save you time across conversations. But when an AI holds on to the context of your daily life, it is important to set clear boundaries. You have total control over what it remembers. At any time, you can open the settings, view its memory log, and delete specific details, or turn off the memory feature completely. If you are sharing the tool with your family, you can use the built-in parental controls to restrict access to sensitive topics and ensure a safe environment for younger users. That blank text box is a space for you to delegate your next big project to a collaborator who is ready for your instructions. You now have a tireless partner ready to take on the busy work, eliminate friction, and give you time to focus on what matters.